I know I'm late to the party when it comes to this topic, but I still wanted to talk about it anyway. The subject is about, like, what, a week old, 2 weeks old at most, but again, I know I'm late to the party, but I still wanted to talk about this subject anyway. Now, personally, I don't really play Fortnite anymore. The group of friends that I play Fortnite with, I kind of just told them, like, I'm sorry guys, but the season's gonna be the make or break point for me, so I think I'm kind of done after this. Now, personally, just because I stopped playing Fortnite, that doesn't mean everyone else did either. Because, again, this is a popular game that a lot of people really enjoy, and I'm really happy about that. A lot of younger people, a lot of older people, a lot of people my age still play this game, and I really think that's awesome. And I praise people for enjoying this game. And the topic I do want to talk about today is going to be about trios. I don't know what it is with live service games, but it just seems like there's always going to be some kind of mess up or some kind of screw up. Whether it be them accidentally releasing an update that has a game breaking bug, whether they remove a basic feature for quote unquote testing reasons, or whether they remove it temporarily and they vault it and piss off a lot of people. I mean, it's at this point, man, I think people are just starting to get very sick and fed up with the nonsense that these developers have been treating their audience with their live service models lately. And Fortnite has temporarily vaulted trios, but at least by the time of the recording of this video, the trios mode is back up in Fortnite, but however, the amount of backlash that they got, it still was very concerning because there's still a lot of people that play this game. I can't believe I'm stuttering already. There's still a lot of people that play this game, whether it be in trios, duos, squads, solos, whatever. I mean, the thing with Fortnite is it's obviously more fun with friends, and most people try to get like a three-man squad together at most, maybe a four-man squad if you're really that determined. But here's the thing, a lot of times people don't really get that four-man squad going because either they also have to go take care of something, they gotta go run an errand, they're too busy with work, whether they got something to take care of, whatever. And most of the time, people just don't want to play squads and they rather play duos or trios. And what Epic Games has done was they removed trios temporarily, but due to the amount of backlash they got, they had to bring it back, I believe, 2 weeks later because of the amount of backlash. Now, this article does come from thegamer.com. I'm going to read it to you guys, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on this as we go along. Now, keep this in mind. This is still an old topic that is pretty much out to date, but I still wanted to cover it because honestly, I still kind of think personally it's still kind of fresh in my opinion, even though it's outdated by at least a week or two. But I still want to cover this topic anyway. So, again, I'm going to pull up the article for you guys, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on this as we go along. Fortnite's version 24.40 went live and brought some exciting changes along with it. It has also done something that has angered a lot of players, though, as Trios has been unexpectedly vaulted. There is officially no way to play Fortnite in a team of three, as Trios appears to have made its way for ranked in both the core battle royale, which is building mode, and zero builds, which is like the third person Call of Duty mode with no building. Ranked can be toggled on and off in solos, duos, and squads in Fortnite's regular battle royale mode, as it is limited to just duos and zero builds. However, not only is rank not an option for those of you wanting to play in a team of three, trios has been removed entirely. Now, no explanation from Epic Games as to why that was necessary, sacrifice to make, and many players have been voicing their concerns since the mode was vaulted. Now, obviously, like I said, this caused some backlash, right? Because, again, this was a basic mode or should I say a basic feature in a video game, and Epic Games took that away temporarily, and this made a lot of people angry. Now, there's a good handful of people that play trios. I get that. Not everyone plays trios in the planet. A lot of people rather play squads. A lot of people rather play duos or maybe even solos if they really want to play the game and just kind of just practice the game a little bit to impress their friends, whatever. But a good portion of the people still play trios, and that's kind of their main way of playing this game. And a lot of people were very upset, obviously, because trios being one of the main modes of this game, Epic Games removing it temporarily, it pissed off a lot of people, and there was barely like any explanation whatsoever from the developers. And it just didn't really sit well with people, and this just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Some people just stopped playing the game until Epic Games brought it back, and a lot of people were just not happy with them. But again, by the time of recording this video, Trios is back up and running. Thank goodness for those people. But I mean, it feels like the damage was already done. Because again, a lot of people, I believe, in my opinion, I think people are starting to get sick and tired of these live service games pulling this kind of bull crap with people. Because we seen this happen with Call of Duty. We seen this happen with Madden. We seen this happen with Destiny. And it's just starting to get tiring at this point. But let's continue. Cellophane Enthusiast, I don't know if I pronounced that properly, I apologize, effectively broke the news to a lot of players through Fortnite subreddit as Epic Games didn't really shout about trios being vaulted. Evidence that probably knew that the decision would be an unpopular one with a lot of players. The OP has questioned what two teams are supposed to do now, either leave someone behind, play squads at a disadvantage with a team of three, or play squads with a fourth player, which isn't always ideal. Now, once again, this just rubbed people the wrong way because if you think about it, if you have three people on your team, like you got a squad together of you and two other people, which is a team of three, and you can't play trios, you're pretty much stuck with either solo, duos, or squads, and you're playing squads, you're automatically at a disadvantage and you're forced to either play without a random player or you play with a random player, risking the chance of your team getting screwed, only having that random player just go running off doing brain dead decisions and just getting himself killed, blaming the team for abandoning them, even though that soloist just abandoned the whole team. And a lot of people really just don't like that, and they rather play with four people. But either they just do a sit out method in duos for the time being, or they just leave one of their friends behind and do duos, and the other person go play solos. Like, that's just not fun. Like, why would Epic Games just do this in the first place? Even though they knew it was an unpopular choice, they decided to vault it temporarily and kind of try to keep this silent from people. But unfortunately for Epic Games, a lot of Fortnite fans caught on very quickly and called out this problem, therefore causing backlash for Epic Games, therefore forcing Epic Games to revert their decision and quickly respond to the feedback, which forces them to actually listen to their community, and they actually brought back trios a few weeks later. And at this point, man, I think it's safe to say, like, the damage is already done. Like, I get it, Epic Games needs to do some things with their servers for maintenance from time to time, whether it be temporarily removing a popular mode, whether it be removing a certain item, whatever. But at this point, people are just starting to get sick and tired of all the stuff being temporarily vaulted, or they're getting sick and tired of their favorite modes and their favorite items getting removed temporarily without really even just a peep from the developers. It's just as bad as if Activision was adding like pay to win elements without telling people, oh, hey, we're adding pay to win elements, but we're not really gonna phrase it like that. But again, like this. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, again, why would you even remove trios in the first place if you know it's going to cause backlash? Like, you already know you're going to get bad PR if you remove a fan favorite mode for a certain amount of time, or if it's just going to be removed permanently. Permanently or removed for a set amount of time, it's going to upset your fans. And on the bright side, like I said already, at least they brought back trios, but the damage was already done. So let's get back to the article, shall we? They have also questioned who exactly benefits from this. Certainly not the players, as those who like trios are now annoyed, and those who don't want to even notice it's gone. It's also unclear how it benefits Epic Games, unless it desperately needs the server space, which seems unlikely. What makes the removal of trios even more annoying for those who use it is how long many of them had to lobby for it in the first place. The ability to play in a team of 3 was passed over by Epic for a very long time, and even when it was eventually added into the mix before Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 even came along, it was only a limited time mode at first, back in Chapter 2. Some have hypothesized it was a reaction to Apex Legends' popularity, which started life as trios only in Battle Royale, but it is now no longer a threat to Fortnite's Battle Royale crown because nothing is. Epic has decided to drop the 3-person teams, but by the time of this video, trios is already back up. Now, once again, I kind of find this hard to believe because if the developers need more server space and to work on their game, then I don't know if you guys know this, but they can actually just shut down the servers and just take the time they need to just get everything up to speed, whether it be to patch up a few bugs, whether it be to fix a few modes or adjust a few changes in some certain game modes, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, the damage is already done, and I know I've been saying that a lot, but again, like, Epic Games should have never done this. What they should have done was announce that, hey, we're going to be shutting down the servers temporarily because we need to work on a few changes to a few game modes. And I honestly think that would have at least tried to soften the blow a little bit. But at the end of the day, the damage has already been done, and this already rubbed people the wrong way, and people are just not happy with this. Now, Trios, once again, it is back up by the time of the recording of this video, and people are playing it, which is good. But, I mean, Epic Games is kind of on thin ice right now, just like with all these other live service games, because they just tested the waters and they got a lot of backlash. And I praise the Fortnite community for calling out Epic Games like this, because the community deserves better, and they deserve to know what's going on. Even if it's a small update, they still need to be informed. And that's what a good community is all about. Stay up to date with the developer news, but if the developers don't tell their community what's going on, then something fishy might be in store for us. So, all I'm going to say is just keep a close eye on this live service stuff from these developers, because at the end of the day, we never know what's going to happen in a live service game. So, with that being said, thank you guys all for watching and for listening. I know this subject was a bit late and all, but I still kind of wanted to cover this subject anyway. But thank you guys all for watching and for listening. I apologize for rambling. And until next time, you guys, I'm talking about Epic Games possibly walking on thin ice now with their community. And I'll see you all later.